It's us. It's us. It's always gonna be us. It will never not be us. I had a discussion with a buddy of mine the other day, and his whole argument against why rappers are ruining rap is to say that these guys are being put in the position to give trash music that means nothing and people are eating it up. And I asked him, is it the fault of the company for giving you rotten food, or is it your fault for constantly eating it after you find out it's rotten? Constantly putting your hand in a boiling pot of hot water. You've been burned before. Why you think it won't happen again, I don't know. Regardless of what the repercussions are, you still always know what's gonna happen when you stick your hand back in there. His whole argument was based off of blaming the rappers for delivering trash music to the audience, which to some extent I agree with. You do need to have some sense of responsibility if you're an artist, but at the same time, you didn't get yourself in this position 9 times out of 10 if you make trash music. This insatiable desire people have to blame the artist who's in the position rather than the people who got them there, to me doesn't make any sense. Danielle Bregoli, for instance, is another person who has been put in a position by people who constantly shared her ignorance, and now people are upset that she's in the position that she's in right now. I'm still upset with Atlantic, but I guess I shouldn't expect any more from them. They just capitalize off of publicity. But as I was saying, like, people are upset with Danielle Bregoli because she's in the position, but these same people who are complaining about her position are the same people who got her there in the first place. If you didn't want this girl to become any more popular than she already was, stop sharing her memes, stop quoting her, stop making parody videos about her. It's okay for you to capitalize off of her publicity, but when she does it, it's all of a sudden a bad thing. You know, some stuff that people post on Twitter and on Instagram, oh man, how about that, for easy likes, and you know, just because the virality of the meme or whatever that's been shared around, they know is gonna get them easy traction. Like, they're not stupid. So when you're asking me what the biggest problem in rap today is, it's obviously gonna be the people. Once people stop blaming the artists and start realizing that we all as a collective have control over what enters the genre and what exits the genre, then people will probably be less upset with these artists. Now, I get upset in a lot of my videos too. Like, you know, if I hear some trash, then yeah, I'm gonna be upset about it. But I know that's because I haven't contributed to it coming in to the genre and being popularized. So that's why I feel, if you feel like you haven't contributed to it, then yeah, you should have the right to be upset if you're really not enjoying the music. You can't make memes about Lil Pump. You can't talk about what Lil Uzi does. You can't joke around about Lil Yachty. You can't, you know, insult Danielle Bregoli, trying to get easy traction for yourself on Twitter, and then be mad that these people are still in the position that they are. You're helping propel them to the top and then getting mad at them when they capitalize off of the attention that you're helping to give them. Cigarettes are only harmful once they enter the body, so if you don't smoke it, you have nothing to worry about. Don't all of a sudden be mad at your pack of cigarettes after 20 years of smoking and your lungs are black. Don't be mad at the cigarettes. You did this. But that's the first problem in rap to me, that people don't understand the power that they have, and what they decide to invest into is what's gonna come out. If you put so much time into this, then eventually it's going to progress. It's not just gonna go away. The second biggest problem in rap is ego. And ego also comes from the fans, not from the artists. I mean, I know it does, but this isn't the bigger problem here. The bigger problem is you have old heads and you have young hip-hop heads, you know, people who know more about hip-hop and people who don't. I kind of fall into the middle, not knowing everything but not knowing nothing. There is this strong sense of superiority. There's this, you know, constant feeling of people who know more about hip-hop tending to look down on people who don't. And it would seem to me almost as if they enjoy having this power over the people who don't know as much, as if they're somehow going to be held to a higher regard for knowing more when that doesn't mean anything. I see older people who are invested into the genre of hip-hop all the time talk about how much young people do not know anything about the genre. And that's fine and dandy. You're allowed to have your opinion about that, and it could be factual. But if you want your genre to continue, if you want it to continue to flourish, if you want it to continue to thrive, because the older generation of hip-hop isn't going to last forever, okay? We are constantly evolving into new forms and subgenres and different forms of what rap is perceived as. So if you don't want your genre to completely die out, why wouldn't you teach these young people about this and that? Why wouldn't you teach them about Wu-Tang? Why wouldn't you teach them about MF Doom? And while it's not 100% your responsibility, I mean, young people also have a hand in this and wanting to know information. You claim to be a fan of rap and you're not inquisitive about the genre, then yeah, the blame partially falls on you too. But it's as if the older people who love this genre so much want this sense of importance, or want to hold on to this sense of importance by not giving, you know, the information when asked. I mean, it's easier to insult someone for their lack of knowledge than to actually inform them, right? But it's not your responsibility. It's not. So where does the responsibility fall on the younger generation, the people who don't know as much about hip-hop? Because there are a lot of people that walk around that are younger that have extremely pompous attitude, that hate to receive new information, that think their definition of rap is the definition of rap, and refuse to receive new information. They don't care about an artist if they don't have millions of views on YouTube, hundreds of millions. They don't care about an artist if they don't have hundreds of millions of streams on Apple Music. They want that clout. If they feel like an artist doesn't have that clout, they don't want to listen. They feel like all the best artists are the ones who've been publicized, popularized, and they're at the top of the chart. They don't go anywhere else looking for rap. And of course, that's a huge generalization. I mean, there are tons of young people that love hip-hop. There are tons of young people that want to continue to find out new things and new information about it. Myself, like, I'm trying to finish MF Doom's discography. Regardless of the flack that I've received for Mad Villainy, I still want to know everything about MF Doom. I'm still not going to stop. I'm still trying to get new information about MF Doom. I'm not done. But I had to take it upon myself to go get this information. You know, obviously what you should, but there was no one helping me. Like, no one said, hey, I'm going to give you some reference points, some starters, so that you don't go into this completely blind and ignorant. Because as I said, retaining information for yourself gives some people this false sense of importance, as if to say you have this information that no one else could receive or get. And that, to me, to some degree, is why hip-hop heads that are older behave the way they behave, because they want to still be needed. They want to, you know, feel important. That's some of them. I'm not speaking for all of them. That's the ego that I'm talking about with hip-hop. The trip where people feel like the genre is more about their information than it is about giving people entertainment. At the end of the day, people just wanted their music to be looked at as the most important or best style there was to offer. The younger audience who wants to listen to rap more needs to be more open to information if it is given to them by people who know more. Thing is, everyone's interpretation with rap is going to be different. The third issue with rap is their lack of understanding that your own experience is going to take precedence over anybody else. So XYZ could tell you that this is the greatest album in the world. Until you listen to it and get an understanding of it for yourself, then what I say is essentially pointless to you. Like, if you haven't listened to any body of work that I've given to you to listen to, you may view me as a credible source of information, but you should still listen to it for yourself. Get your own opinion, get your own interpretation of it. I think there's been a shift in people who want to have information, so much so that they go to a certain person to get all of their information, and that's fine, but give yourself the opportunity to develop an opinion or develop a relationship with the music you're listening to for yourself. That way, at the end of the day, even if your opinion does coincide with mine, or even if you do agree with something that I might say, at least you have developed your own relationship with the music that I might be speaking of at the moment. You can't get the answers from everybody else. You can't get an opinion from every other person, okay? You have to develop that on your own. This sense of wanting to just listen to the music is cool, but if you have no connection or no opinion or no reason for why you like the music that you like, then you could technically be listening to anything. You have no right to call anyone's music trash if you don't know how to explain or don't have a reason for why you like the music you like either. People are quick to call something that they don't like trash. Now, in my opinion, the Lil Pump project was trash to me, but in context, I would give it a much higher score than I gave it in my video. But since I'm not always in that context, I'm going in the setting that I'm usually in, where the album doesn't make as much sense. So for me, it's a no, dog. And the last but not least issue with rap music fans, not knowing where you want the genre to go. There will forever be a split amongst rap fans whose criticisms of modern day rap is pretty much based off of their want to maintain that sense of nostalgia, that back in the day rap. They want to hold on to that, so they're going to criticize every new thing that comes out because it doesn't sound like what they like. The opposite goes for modern day rap fans who want to be rid of everything that sounds old. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with them wholeheartedly. You can't sit here and say you'd want to listen to the same jazz sample in every rap song from back in the day simply because your favorite rapper was over it. Of course, rappers and fans are even gonna seek new forms of entertainment. They want something further than just your story, and I understand that. I mean, you have a guy you don't know rapping about his life, and you've got your own things to deal with. Do you really want to hear that every time? And it's understandable if you were to say no. If you're paying for something, you're not necessarily paying for someone else's diary. You're also paying to be entertained, and if you're not being entertained, you feel like you're wasting your money, which is kind of a moot point for some of the modern day fans because they get the option of illegally downloading songs and full albums, so that might not be a concern of theirs, so I understand that too. So you have a group of people that want to know more about the individual making the music, and you have a group of people that want to just be entertained. They don't care if this personality is fake, if this is all fabricated, if it's nonsense. They don't care if the rapper actually lived these experiences. They just want to be entertained. The problem with entertainment is it only lasts for so long, while someone's story and what they have to say could last a lifetime. I get both sides of the spectrum, I get both sides of this argument, but it sucks because they're constantly stretching rap and forcing subgenres. Rap wouldn't even have this many subgenres and these many different styles of rap if more people agreed on what it should be represented as. The problem now is you have things that aren't necessarily rap that are being marketed as rap, like Drake's More Life project, X's most recent project that came out. These are all being marketed as hip-hop/rap albums, forcing fans to decide and dictate what classifies as a rap song or a hip-hop song, and forcing them to be split off. Forcing these subgenres and these different forms of R&B, trap rap to underground, hardcore, metal rap, like this is what they're forcing. These genres wouldn't exist if people were able to agree a little bit more or compromise. And since a rapper nowadays can't just be a rapper, they want to be a singer, a rock artist, they want to be a rock star, they want to be a part of emo, they want to be a metal artist. Since rappers can't just be one thing anymore, they feel the need to incorporate all these different styles into their music and then market it only as hip-hop/rap. I mean, you're forcing my hand here. What do you want me to do with all this music? I don't have a choice but to create a subgenre. Point is, rap has a lot of issues that in my opinion hold it back, and it's mainly due to the fans. A lot of it falls on the artist, but a lot of it falls on the fans too. I mean, if you like hip-hop, you like rap music, that's fine, but you have to understand the power that you have, the power that your investments have, and that investment isn't just money, it's also time, it's also attention. You have to look at what you're sharing on social media, making videos about. All of this helps to support artists that you may or may not like. Be careful with what you say because it will blow up in your face. But that's just my opinion. Let me know if you have any common issues with rap, or if there's anything in rap that you feel like I've overlooked in this video. Of course I have. And let me know what your biggest issue with rap music or rap music fans are. It's been Shawn C. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. You know, just listen to what you like to listen to, but consider what you're sharing and investing time and attention into. That's all I'm saying. I'm out. Stay breezy. Like the cover girls.